A little check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Oh, hopefully that's not too loud. Check 1 2. All right. Well, welcome to the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. OSBA women's basketball action between the hometown Orangeville Prep Bears taking on the visitors Bond Academy heading up from Scarborough. This is the first in a doubleheader tonight. Men's game action following Orangeville national team versus Hodan Prep. I'm Chris McKee. Just trying to do a little sound check here. Hopefully volume is okay. So if you are watching on YouTube, I cannot see any of the YouTube comments. So hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee if the sound is too low, too loud, not good enough, whatever you want to call it. Just hit me up at Mr. MRMCKEE. So I had the chance to do one of Bond's games a couple weeks ago over at J. Addison. And, of course, done a couple of Orangeville women's games earlier this year. Haven't seen them play in several weeks just based on the home schedule and stuff like that. I only usually do the home games. And coming into the game, I was just chatting with Greg Firth, the coach. And so Avery Miller, one of their star players, out for the next couple of weeks with a bit of a knee injury. You can see her kind of walking across the court right now with a big knee brace on. So that's been a big blow for Orangeville over the past couple of weeks without one of their top guns, but certainly plenty of firepower with Cameron McMaster, Shaylin Santo, Katie Firth, Fiona Madigan, Janessa Flewelling, Chateau, lots of ladies who can fill up the basket. And so I still think Orangeville should be in good shape here tonight. So we're getting ready to do the player introductions. I'll stay quiet. Well, there's your starter, folks. Starting for Bond Academy, number 1, Kimora Stafford. She's a really nice player. You'll see the ball in her hand quite a bit tonight. Number 3, Kalia Goss. Number 5, Anaya Lawrence. Number 6, Anaya Fletcher. And number 17, Megan Jassy. She's got the height. And then for Orangeville, your starters, Isla Corrigale, who I've yet to see. She wasn't playing for the first couple weeks, and so the first couple games I did, I haven't got a look at her, so this will be my first chance to see her. McMaster playing center, wins the tip, and here's Bond. So also out there, speaking, Cameron McMaster. We've got 21, Chloe Collin, number 10, Katie Firth, number 2, Jenna Chateau as well. And so let's get to it. Shot clock winding down, Goss kicks out. Lawrence, a little short jump shot, doesn't drop. Here comes Orangeville. Corrigale. Inside to McMaster, can't get a handle on it, and it's ripped away by Anaya Lawrence. Well, Kalia Goss, when I did the game a couple weeks ago against J. Addison, she fouled out in the first half. Nice backdoor cut. First basket of the night goes to Anaya Fletcher. So a bit of a chilly evening here in Orangeville. It was about -3 as I pulled into the parking lot on the dash of my car, which for this time of year, not bad. No snow on the ground, so I'll take it. Oh, Stafford, and then good D. That's Katie Firth. Just stood there. Corrigal off the backboard. Ayla Corrigal. First basket of the night. So Corrigal at 2026 was a part of the BioSteel Futures game. I've heard a ton of good things about her, so excited to see her in the lineup tonight. First time at home here in Orangeville. And Jassy just couldn't keep a handle on it. So again, if you are out there watching in YouTube stream, hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee. Let me know if we're sounding okay. I'm trying to get, I don't get the YouTube too well up here in the booth for me to check myself. I'll try to have a listen. So Chateau brings it over half. And McMaster to Corrigal. A little too hot right now. Kalia Goss. Bond in the navy blue jerseys, red trim, a little bit of white on there, and of course Orangeville in the hometown, white, silver, and black. And that's Megan Jassy, first basket of the night for Bond. Corner. And no good. Rebound for Bond. So I had to listen on the YouTube, so we're sounding fairly decent, not too bad. All right, we'll roll with it. Jassy. Stafford. And then kicks out Kalia Goss, no good. Rebound McMaster, here comes Orangeville. And unlucky Chateau just lost a handle on it. Took her eyes off the ball briefly. Megan Jassy pull-up jump shot, and it drops, excuse me. So I'm playing a little banged up myself tonight. Been fighting a cold. I'm on the tail end of it. I woke up, well, yesterday I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to call these games. Corrigal, no good. McMaster saves, but nobody's there. She stepped out of bounds. It'll be Bond ball. But yeah, yesterday I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do those games. Woke up feeling a little bit more alive today. Haven't been able to work out. I usually go running every single morning. I've just been walking, doing my walk instead of the run. And so the fresh air kind of livened me up. And here I am. I should be fine for the first game. It's the second game I'm worried if I can get through. Here comes Bont. Pull up, take the shot. She had a wide open look from the free throw line. Lawrence. Stafford. Jassy, Goss, and the shot clock winding down. I didn't even pay attention. No one on the Bond bench was shouting down the shot clock. I wasn't either. They were just messing around with it, playing hot potato. There was 3 different girls that had open looks, didn't want it, and turnover. Either way, they still lead 6-2. Corrigal, been a part of Team Ontario at the U15 level. Leaves it for Firth. Chateau trying to get it into McMaster on the post. Kick out. And easy lay-in, Katie Firth. Good ball movement from Orangeville. You know, so you could see they had a play drawn up and they were sticking to it no matter what. And it ended up working out. Goss pull-up jump shot, swish. Kalia Goss. 8-4, 5:35 to go, opening quarter here at the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. Corrigal to McMaster, kick out. Pull-up jump shot, doesn't go. Rebound Stafford. Bond Academy the other way. Well, I was really liking Bond's uniforms they had on the game I did before. It's almost that Stanford red, the cardinal red. It's a good look. I did the Redmond ladies game on Saturday at the OSBA Winter Classic, and it's almost a similar uniform they've got. United Scholastic, almost the same, but a little bit more unique, the red ones they rock. McMaster gets her own rebound, and it drops for Cameron McMaster. So expect a lot of Orangeville's offense to run through McMaster, especially with the loss of Avery Miller. Lawrence, hell-bent on this one. Doesn't drop for her. And Fletcher can't get it to go. Well, both Anayas. No luck. And then Fletcher picks Corrigal's pocket. Should be an easy lay-in. Anaya Fletcher. So after missing on the last one, easy layup, good D. And I didn't like the hustle back from Corrigal. Had her pocket picked. And she's standing there watching. That's not going to cut it in a women's OSBA. Jassy, pull up, foot might have been on the line. Either way, it doesn't go. And Katie Firth comes up with it. Corrigal for three, why not? No good. 3:30 to go, 10-6. So, yeah, Corrigal looks gassed. She's going to go to the bench. We're going to see Demea Woodward for the first time tonight. And then Fiona Madigan, number 0, checking in as well. So I like Madigan, one of my favorite players. Always plays really tight D. She's a menace on her opposition. And the shot clock didn't go off, so the referee has stopped it. We'll start again, 19. So the shot clock hadn't started, so that was the reason for that stoppage. No foul on the play. Lawrence. Kick out Jassy. Short. And Jassy can't get that to go. And Fletcher was in there fighting for it. And it looks like Woodward tipped it out. It's still going to be Bond ball. So Bond with a much deeper bench than Orangeville. Just looking over at Orangeville, 1, 2, 3, 4 ladies, that's it. Whereas Bond goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deep on the bench. So if Bond wants, they can try to run Orangeville out of the gym. Might want to consider pressing, push the tempo, and then try to run these Orangeville ladies out because, you know, they're going to get tired. Seeing Sierra Ramratan, number 0, for the first time as well this evening for Bond. And as soon as she comes in, push in the back, foul. So substitutions. Again, Corrigal back in. And so is Jenna Chateau. Sorry, that's Chloe Collin. It's 21, not 2. So Chloe into the game. First time. Oh, kicked off one of the Bond ladies' feet. That's Kayla Sewell, number 7. So I'm loaded up with, I got my coffee, a Gatorade 0, no sugar, and my water. So hopefully that'll keep the voice rolling. That was a tough pass. Janessa Flewelling out there as well for the first time tonight. Corrigal, spin move, and the teardrop doesn't go for her. It was a nice move, impressive. Good ball movement from Bonds And then unfortunately, Anaya Lawrence just took her eyes off the ball, went between her legs. Turnover. We're going to see Ryan Gallagher, number 4, coming in first time this evening as well for Bond. Key contributor from a game I did a couple weeks ago, so we'll say that name quite a bit tonight. Gallagher. Flewelling to Collin. And tried to use the backboard, doesn't go. Pushed ahead. Megan Jassy wide open. Easy lay-in for Jassy. So Jassy off to a good start in the first quarter. I think she's got at least 6 so far. I don't have any scoring info or foul info in front of me. Ramratan and denied. Janessa Flewelling. Woodward on the ground battling for it. And Ramratan holds it. Possession arrow should favor Bond. We're going to see Shaylin Santo first time tonight as well. Shaylin number 11. And then Cameron McMaster also back into the game after a quick breather. $1:22 to go, first quarter. The visitors Bond out in front, 12-6. Santo to Cora Gale. No good. What a pass ahead. Megan Jassy with the finish, but my goodness, Kayla Sewell. That's some vision. That was sweet. And then back on defense, Jassy with the block, and Cora Gale goes down hard. Looks like she took a shot to the face. She's like holding her eye, and then Jassy again, no answer for Megan Jassy. On fire in the opening quarter. Jassy at 20-24. They got her listed at 6'3". I'd say that's legit. I stood next to her walking into the gym, and he realized, man, damn, she's tall. I go about 6 foot, and so she was head and shoulders above me. Chateau comes back in, number 2. So Cora Gale, after taking that shot in the face, will take a couple minutes to try to shake that off. 10-point lead for the visitors. Orangeville ladies asleep at the wheel in the opening quarter. Ramratan, pass was behind her, leaves it for Jassy. No answer for Megan Jassy. One after another. Someone's got to start fouling her. Start with a little hack-a-shack. And a long 3 attempt. Hey! Unbelievable. At the buzzer, Chloe Collin. Well, nothing went too well for Orangeville in that opening quarter until the buzzer 3. Chloe Collin cuts the lead in half, which Orangeville certainly needed. 18-9 at the end of the first quarter, courtesy of a buzzer beater 3, Chloe Collin, but all Megan Jassy in the opening quarter. I think she's got at least 12, if I'm counting correct. And so you want to see the Orangeville lady. Someone's got to start fouling her. Too many wide open, easy shots. And so when you got someone who's about 6'3", that kind of height, get a body on her, start making her work for those baskets. Well, I'm Chris McKee. Appreciate you tuning in. Mentioned, drop me a line on Twitter. Any issues with sound or names at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Click subscribe to that red button. Stay up to date on all things Orangeville Prep. Get notified anytime we have games. We're back up here Thursday night as well. I'm doing who's at Orangeville, and I forget who it is. I was looking today. I was doing the prep for these 2 games, and then I know I got another one Thursday. 8 p.m., Orangeville back in this gym. So I mentioned I was over at the Pan Am on Saturday, which is a lot easier for me. It's an 8-minute drive to the Pan Am Center from my house. It's about an hour and a half tonight up here. It was about an hour and 15. Traffic was really good. Left a little earlier than normal to get to Orangeville, but did the Redmond ladies versus Llewellyn. Llewellyn won that one. And then I did Crestwood Prep, the #1 ladies team in the country, against King's Christian, and Crestwood just ran over King's Christian. Crestwood, of course, 5 Division I commits this year, led by Toby Fournier, the Duke commit. One of them wasn't even Taylor Williams, out for the season. She's going to Boston University. With Nia Chima, UMass Lowell, Olivia Luang at Dayton, and who am I missing? Oh, over and back, Kalia Goss. Oh, Furman. Who's going to Furman? Oh, Chantel Stewart as well. That's it. Now, she didn't play on the weekend either. That's why I was forgetting. And then, of course, King's Christian at Jasmine Bosco headed to Villanova. Love her game. True point guard. Stafford is fouled. What was that? That's Katie Firth. We'll get her first. There's Stafford. She's a 2024, previously at Legacy Prep. One of 2 so far. Lead back to 10. So that could be a good omen for Orangeville. When things not going your way, you still got luck on your side. And luck on the side of Anaya Lawrence. Rebound drops right to her. She puts that away, 21-9. And so, yeah, when you're hitting that 3 at the end of and off the glass, too, is pure luck. Firth, no good. McMaster, and 1! Cameron McMaster. Ball hung on the rim for what seemed like an eternity, and then drops. So timeout, Blue. I'm going to take a quick timeout myself. 1 second. Well, McMaster getting some D1 interest. Definitely one of the top players in the Trillium division in the OSBA. So many good players on the women's side of things. It's crazy. We've done a couple Royal Crown games this year. I went to go watch Fort Erie play Royal Crown. Fort Erie, outstanding. Of course, our Orangeville ladies have been really good, especially here on home court. Off to a tough start tonight. Bond. That Jay Addison women's team as well in the Trillium. They got 4 Division I players from the Trillium division, so that just shows you how deep the women's side of things is here in Ontario. Best of the best. McMaster can't convert the three-point play. Stafford the other way. Stafford. How was it a foul? She stepped on the opponent's foot. Alas, the call has been made. Stafford again to the free throw line. Stafford, born in 2005. What was going on in 2000? 50 Cent was the biggest thing in the world in 2005. Usher. This has been like, yeah. Was out with Ludacris. Much Music was still a thing in 2005. They showed videos back then. Now they show cartoons. In Bond pressing, trying to suffocate Orangeville out. They did a great job working out of it. And just as I say that, McMaster missed Flewelling and tosses that into the stands. McMaster had all day, didn't need to panic on that. Was just too quick. Unnecessary turnover. Goss. Guarded by Chateau. Stafford. So they're finally starting to double Megan Jassy. So Greg Firth making the coaching adjustment. Jassy just got off too many easy shots in that first quarter. Flewelling misses on her first three. And McMaster's being mugged. And they're calling a possession arrow? And that's what, Greg Firth in the ref's ear, and I agree with him. They were all over McMaster. No foul called. Either way, Orangeville maintains possession and will inbound under the hoop. Out to McMaster, Woodward. And Bond steals it. Oh, what an outlet pass from Goss. And Sierra Ramratan with the finish. The passing on Bond tonight is special. A couple really nice long passes. And then also good finishes by the ladies. No one's dropping it, no one with butterfingers. And so Bond up 25-11. Ladies in Scarborough came to play tonight. I'm Scarborough born and raised, so other than when they're playing Orangeville, I'm normally Scarborough biased, but I will not be tonight. I played in the TDC AA in basketball at Neil McNeil and Cardinal Newman sometime in the early 1990s, many moons ago. They didn't have prep basketball back then. Back then, Eastern Commerce was the be-all, end-all. And then even in our TDC AA, which is the Toronto District Catholic League, so we had like St. Mike's was one of the premier teams. I went to Neil McNeil, all boys. So we were never that good at basketball. Well, schools like Henry Carr, De La Salle, always in the mix. And then West Hill out of Scarborough, back in the day was as good as it gets. Oakwood, you could argue, was the best team in the probably even the country back then. So no prep teams, but still some damn good basketball players. So that's a foul on Anaya Fletcher. You don't want to be fouling that far away from your own hoop. A little unnecessary, but when you're up 14, you can afford it. So Bond. And another foul. So back-to-back fouls. So Bond's doing a great job of pressing, but they're also picking up unneeded fouls at the moment. Woodward's wide open. Demaya Woodward, first basket of the night. So it looks like Bond's going to be hell-bent on pressing. Ramratan, nice pump fake, misses on her shot. Here comes Orangeville. Collin in the corner to Chateau. And knocked out of bounds. Well, Bond doing the right thing, keeping those substitutions coming quick. So big shout out to my guy Luigi. Says we're sounding good. It was daughter Zina on Bond. We've yet to see her right now. Did see her in the game a couple weeks ago over at J. Addison. She's a 2026 so youngster. And Macon Jassy, just flames coming off the ball. She is lighting up Orangeville tonight. On fire, that one for three. And Woodward back the other end. So no answer for Megan Jassy tonight. She's just having her way. And Kimura Stafford pulls up from the free throw line, and it drops. Firth. So this game's turning into a track meet. Katie Firth. Back and forth we go. Hey, I can live with this. It's like NBA pace. Stolen. Katie Firth. And it goes. And so Orangeville not going away just yet. Nicely done. So Katie Firth also a part of the BioSteel Futures. And Stafford, the response to silence Orangeville. Here comes Firth the other way. Collin. Her floater doesn't go. And that's Kayla Sewell. Now she's trapped. Can they get it over in time? Stolen. Is it? It is, yes. Well, the game at a torrid pace right now. Woodward wide open. And a charging foul. I think that was called against Firth. It is. So she passed it and then ran over the Bond defender. You know, I had the chance to check out the men's NCAA action in Toronto last weekend, or the weekend before, when Alabama was here against Purdue, and Zach Edey, obviously men's National Player of the Year from Toronto, former BioSteel Futures player as well. And then TCU, led by Emmanuel Miller, who's from Scarborough, played at Bill Carruthers, seen him in this gym as a 15-year-old. Stafford rolls around the rim and drops 34-19. And TCU is playing Clemson. But just the speed at which they, as soon as there's a rebound or a missed shot, the speed at what they get up the floor is lightning quick. Corrigal, in and out, doesn't go. And that's the difference you see from the prep level. You know, these girls, these boys can all shoot, can all pass. It's the speed at which they get up and down the floor. That's the difference. Possession arrow will favor Bond. That and Zach Edey, 7'4", so there's that. I still don't think he'll get drafted in the NBA. Never attempted a three-point shot in 4 years of college. That's not going to get it done. So 34-19, quick timeout here at the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. Check out my Instagram, undrafted_FA. I'm always posting some highlights and some interviews with the players. Because I've been under the weather, I'm behind a little, about 2 weeks on some of my interviews. I don't think I'm going to do anything. Because I'm not feeling well, I don't want to be tracking down these young men and women after the games, trying to get them sick. So I think I'll probably keep my distance. And barring an incredible performance of someone dropping like 70, then I might just put caution to the wind. But yeah, I'm not on the weather. I think I'll pass on the interviews post-game tonight. I had the chance to interview a bunch of the guys from Clemson, including their head coach, a couple TCU guys. That's all up on my undrafted_FA Instagram. So if you're Orangeville, they got to keep trying to work out of this Bond press. You know, I mentioned they've got 10 ladies on that bench, so they can run you out if they want. They can press all night. Lawrence spun around, lost it. McMaster comes away with it. Here's Shaylin Santo. Shaylin could shoot the three. Want to see her try to get her going. Collin, she already hit that buzzer beater. Corrigal, no good. Madigan comes away with it. Well, big shout out to everyone up in North Bay watching. And Sturgeon Falls. I would imagine the breeze coming off Lake Nipissing at this time of year, not too pleasant. Speaking of up north, my son comes home from Algoma University today from the Sioux. I was looking at the temperature there when he flew home today. Normally drives home. We flew him home, and it was -10. I'm like, oh, that's a little nasty. Collin, free throw doesn't drop. But Master gets the rebound, puts it away. Lead down to 12. So if you're Orangeville, #1 goal, get the lead to single digits before half, and then try to regroup. Jassy, she's been on fire, and that continues. Swish. Megan Jassy torching them tonight. Which Jassy previously with Scarborough Prep. One of Scarborough's finest, the way she's shooting tonight, man. And again, you know, if you're Orangeville, someone's got to start getting physical with her. I'm not saying hurt her. I'm saying someone's got to start letting her know that she can't have wide open shots. Little tug on the shirt, you know, something. Burn a foul or two on her. Jassy free throw line this time. Nothing but net. Megan Jassy single-handedly taking over this game. 39-22. She's got to be at about 20 by now. We might have to interview Megan after. Whoever says we need something special. She's going on for 40-50 tonight. Stolen by Stafford. Sorry, that was Goss. Now here's Stafford with the ball. And Anaya Lawrence easy laying. All Bond tonight. It's coming from all different angles. Orangeville, no answer. Madigan. Too predictable. Goss steals that. Kalia Goss. And Stafford. She was fouled, got away with it. I'm with Paul Weeks, their coach. She's saying foul. Her arm was hacked. Jassy. My goodness. Megan Jassy, all night. Raining threes. That one they're calling a 2. Foot was just inside the line. But oh my goodness. You know, I mentioned, you know, I did one of the Bond games a couple weeks ago. She was good, but certainly wasn't this good. And so a performance for the ages so far tonight in the first half, Megan Jassy. 43-22. All ladies in blue. So if you're just tuning in, Richard, I'm playing a little hurt tonight, a little banged up. Been fighting the cold, flu all week. I'm hoping I'm on the tail end of it because I haven't been able to work out, nothing run. I'm just like, ugh. Although I started the previous 2 years early January with the worst flu ever. So I actually don't mind kind of ending the year with it. Just get it over with, and that way when the new year comes, I can start on a positive note. It's rather that anyways. Obviously, the holidays upon us. I have yet to do my Christmas shopping. Surprise. You know, normally I go down the Eaton Center, but I see what the heck's going on down there, and it's kind of making me put a second thought on doing that. I always love going downtown, soaking in the Christmas vibe, but the insanity that's been going on in some of these malls. Maybe I'll head out to Oshawa, try to avoid some of it. I don't think anyone's ever said that ever. I won't go downtown. I'm going to go to Oshawa. There's a first for everything, right? Woodward. Swish. Demaya Woodward, much needed. Orangeville needed that big time. So still showing signs of life, these Orangeville ladies. Don't go away quietly. Keep shooting. And, ooh, Kalia Goss called with an offensive foul against Chateau. Chateau went to the ground. I didn't see exactly what happened. Chateau. She was previously at Redmond, which is the game I did on Saturday. Well, she made the right choice. Coming here. And again, the shot clock has not started, and that's the reason why the ref was blowing the whistle. Kind of takes a bit of the wind out of Orangeville's sails. 15, they're going to put an S. That's a bit of a disadvantage. Jassy knocks that out of bounds, still Orangeville ball. So that's a good battle going on right now between McMaster and Jassy. Two ladies with some height. Flewelling. Firth. Woodward's been feeling it, so why not? Still Orangeville ball, 6 seconds left on the shot clock, so they'll have to hurry here and get something quick. Look for it to get to McMaster, but with Jassy all over, that's not going to happen. Woodward. And Flewelling comes away with it. And she stepped out of bounds. Unlucky. 2:19 to go. All Bond, all Megan Jassy, really. Stafford to Jassy again. Jassy wide open. Goss, shot clock at 6-5. Inside to Jassy. Ripped away. Katie Firth, nicely done. Good defense. Read that well. Firth a little too wild attacking the hoop, but hey, draws the foul. Well done. Katie, local girl from right here in Orangeville. Of course, the inaugural season for the Orangeville women's team. This was supposed to happen, 2020, but then the world was paused for a few years, and so was the Orangeville women's prep team, but great to see it here. Love the opportunity to call the women's games as well. The girls play more discipline. Speaking of more discipline, unlucky. Fletcher missed a wide open lay-in. Yeah, the girls a little bit more fun. Like, you don't see the highlight reel dunks, you will, on the boys' side. But as far as the fundamentals and running their plays and being where they're supposed to be, it's almost like the ladies listen a little bit better than some of the dudes. Also, less ego on the women's side of things. It's always enjoy. Yeah, I had a chat. I got to interview Toby Fournier after the game on Saturday. I'll post that in the next couple of days. And no ego on that young lady. Unbelievable. You could argue best player in the country. Certainly a lot of the American universities thought so, and she'll be headed to Duke next year. But humble. Even though she's that good. Stafford. Sewell. And a travel called on Sewell. So minute 5 to go. Orangeville got to get at least 1 or 2 hoops before the end of this half. Try to chip away at this lead. Woodward. Collin. Out to Woodward. Too much. She wasn't set when she shot. And then Bond the other way. So one thing I don't like here, so you see that break, and Ramerton didn't recognize there was 4 Bond ladies, 1 Orangeville girl back. The Orangeville girls are not getting back. The first 2 games, I praised them for the conditioning and how much they hustled. I don't know if they're tired or what, but they're not hustling back on defense. You can live with when a player like Megan Jassy just gets red hot and you've got no answer for it. You can live with that, but what you can't live with is lack of effort. Or effort at the standard it should be. Stafford. Oh for 2. Collin. Gets it over in time to Chateau. McMaster. Colin, there was no one there. She didn't realize there was no one behind her. Woodward didn't need the dribble, but it drops for her anyway. Demaya Woodward, and now we're going right to the half. She's going to get it up. Buzzer beater. Ooh. What a pretty decent effort from Kayla Sewell at half, but doesn't go. So at the half, Megan Jassy 43, or Bond 43, and Orangeville 30. Well, I'm Chris McKee. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll see you back for the start of the second half. We'll check 1-2. Welcome back for the start of the second half. Women's OSBA action between Bond Academy from Scarborough against our hometown Orangeville Prep ladies. Bond leads 43-30, courtesy of 22 points from Megan Jassy. And then on the Orangeville side, both Demaya Woodward and Katie Firth with 9 points each. And so Jassy 22, unbelievable. She's hitting short range, long range, you name it. It's all dropping for Jassy. As far as from three, I don't think she has a miss. I think she missed like a short lane in the opening minute or two, but she's got to be hitting at about an 80-something% clip right now. I'm Chris McKee. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm playing a little banged up, fighting off a cold, flu, whatever you want to call it. You know, to think 2 years ago if I showed up with a cold, they would have shut down the gym, canceled every game for the next 2 weeks. Meanwhile, everyone's going to be just fine. I'm going to be just fine as well. And I'm the old man. All right, if you're Orangeville, you got to find an answer for 17. Jassy, I mentioned, with 22 on fire. Cameron McMaster has done a good job in the paint, but as far as guarding her on the perimeter, non-existent. Jassy's had open looks. So on the floor for Orangeville, number 10, Katie Firth will inbound. Jenna Chateau with the ball. Cameron McMaster, the center, number 22. It's Chloe Collin, 21. And Demaya Woodward, 4. Baseline jumper was there. McMaster can't get the easy lay-in, but at least she gets a rebound and is fouled. So on the court for Bond, 17, Megan Jassy. Number 3, Kalia Goss. 1, Kimura Stafford. And the 2 Anayas, number 5, Anaya Lawrence, number 6, Anaya Fletcher. McMaster to the line. McMaster been a part of Team Alberta. Got to wake her up a little bit. She's got to rev it up here in the second half if Orangeville is going to chip away at that lead. Goss. Oh, lovely first step. Pass inside. That was absolutely delicious. And the finish. Anaya Fletcher. That all set up by Kalia Goss. Blew by her defender. Nifty ball handling and a lovely pass. And then a sweet finish. Anaya Fletcher. Kick out Collin. Why not? Bingo! Chloe Collin! That's her second 3 of the night. Keep shooting, Chloe. Collin, previously with Caledon in the OSBA, also played with the Brampton Warriors. Fletcher rolls around the rim and drops. Anaya Fletcher. So the Bond ladies in a good vibe. You can hear their bench, good energy. Even when the ladies aren't in the game, they're engaged. That's so important. Orangeville bench, very quiet. There we go. We can hear them rev it up now. Edging on the ladies for some defense. Goss pulls up from the free throw line. Woodward comes away with it. Well, she had McMaster on an outlet pass, but had her head down. McMaster was calling for it. You can see she's a little frustrated. The pass didn't come, and Woodward kicks out of bounds. Stafford inbounds. Jassy. Shot clock winding down. Are they listening? Well, air ball doesn't go. So Bond asleep at the wheel on that possession. A little too lackadaisical. It can happen when you're up 47-34. I think they got to keep the foot on the gas, keep pushing. Oh, nice feed in. Colin doesn't drop. Orangeville just not getting the bounces. Well, I mentioned at the top of the game, if you're just tuning in, Avery Miller, one of Orangeville's top players, out for the next couple of weeks. And also Talia Todd, one of their guards, out temporarily. She should be back shortly. Whereas Miller is dealing with a bit of a meniscus issue. It's not a complete tear. Chat with the coaches beforehand. And Jassy will shoot some free throws now. So encouraging. So got a feel for Avery. You know, she was trying to rev up her recruiting. Had the chance to interview her after one of the early games here. She was one of the top performers and trying to get some U.S. interest or even youth sports. And so now this injury obviously gets in the way. You know, my son had to deal with something similar, and it did put a dent in his recruiting. But, you know, if you're Avery, I mean, I know she's good enough to play university. She's going to be some universities' steal of a recruit. If she's playing injured, they don't know much about her. Wherever she signs, she'll be a steal for someone. 48-34. Colin wisely waits for McMaster to get over, so there's no over and back. Firth to Woodward. Kick out, nicely done. Colin for three. Bingo! Chloe Collins, swish. Huge. Orangeville chipping away. Lead down to 11. Chloe Collin heating up. Back-to-back threes. Little floater doesn't go for Sewell. Orangeville comes away with it. Well, Firth, and she's going to be fouled. It won't be a shooting foul. So that's on 5, so Anaya Lawrence gets called with that one. And she'll go to the bench. Sierra Ramratan back in. Orangeville inbounds, 16 on the shot clock. Colin Corrigal out there. Leaves it for Colin. She's got the height advantage on her defender. Put it up, recognized, shoots. Corrigal from the corner. Colin gets the rebounds, and ill-advised pass. She's 2 feet away from the hoop. Put it up. Especially with how hot she's been over the past couple minutes. Keep shooting, Chloe. 6:19 to go. We've got this remote control camera, so if it's missing some of the play, this thing drives me nuts. I've voiced my displeasure with it extensively. Especially on the men's side, we have missed some of the greatest dunks I've ever seen in this gym in 7 years because the speed of the dudes, they can't, whenever there's like a fast break the other way, the camera doesn't catch up to it, and we keep missing these highlight reel dunks. So it's not me operating the camera, it's a robot. Stolen by Chateau. Firth holds it up. Oh, Colin was wide open. Well, either way, Chateau will get to the free throw line. Mentioned Chateau previously at Redmond as well as Lincoln Prep. Mom Danielle played hoops at York University. Well, to quote Juvenile, the great Cash Money rapper, she get it from her mama, right? Listen. Speaking of Juvenile, they do these thing called the Tiny Desk concerts, where it's all kind of known musicians doing these little mini concerts all at one desk. And Juvenile did one a couple months ago that was unbelievable. Possession arrow will favor Bond. I just saw, and this is because I know it's the moms and dads out there listening, Scarface, the famous rapper, just did a Tiny Desk this week that I saw a couple clips that was awesome. So go track down the Tiny Desk concerts. Put it in YouTube. Stafford to Goss, shot clock at 10. Jassy yet to get going in the second half after 22 in the first half. Shot clock winding down, and Bonds get the ball. The shot clock had expired before the shot went off. Either way, it was blocked by Chateau. Chateau's going to be like, no, I want that block on my stat sheet. Either way, Orangeville will take the turnover. So an opportunity to get the lead down to single digits here for Orangeville. Every coach will give you that motto, you know, keep chopping wood. Keep chopping the wood. That's what Orangeville's doing here. Firth. And the ball rolls around and drops for Katie Firth. Well, the lead is single digits because we're now down to 7. We updated the in-house scoreboard here. So 5:04 to go. 7-point lead. Well, Jassy guarded by 2 Orangeville ladies, but still turnaround jump shot, Megan Jassy. I still want them to foul her. I haven't seen anyone in Orangeville foul Jassy yet. Make her hit free throws because she's hitting everything else. Goss. Stafford. Yeah, pump fake and then attacks the rim. Kimura Stafford. 52-41. Firth. Caught Bond sleep at the wheel there on defense anyways. Katie Firth. Smart play. So we got Abigail Tivers, number 22, seeing her first action for Bond. Didn't get in the first half, out there now. So Coach Weeks digging into that bench. Collin for 3, looks good. Oh my goodness. Chloe Collin feeling it. Bam. Keep shooting. Well, that little favorable bounce, and then Collin trying to steal. That favorable bounce off the glass. It's kind of giving Collin a little confidence, and now 3 clean threes here in the second half. She's feeling it. And somebody finally fouls Megan Jassy. And we'll see if she can hit some free throws. Is it a shooting foul? No, not in a bonus yet. Well, that was on Katie Firth, her 3rd, according to our scores table. And knocked out of bounds. Ooh, so Jassy did touch that last turnover. Everything going the way of Orangeville. Here in the 3rd quarter, Shaylin Santo back in. They've yet to get her going. She can shoot the 3. Also Fiona Madigan out there. So looks like Chloe Collin will have, no, she's still out there. I thought she'd had a quick breather. I was going to say, no, don't take her off. Collin. Oh my goodness, again. Chloe Collin. Oh, they're calling it a 2. Her foot must have been on the line. Wow, she's feeling it. Tivers, little floater, tipped away. Lawrence gets it to Jassy, and Bond will regroup. Sewell. Jassy for 3. And she finally cools off. And then a foul is going to be called on, who was that, Corrigal? Or no, it's on Madigan, excuse me. It's Fiona's 2nd. Lawrence from Pickering, my neck of the woods. Hits it. 2:37 to go, third quarter. Orangeville making a game out of this. Corrigal, ice cold in the first half. Got to get her going. Chloe Collin, oh my goodness. 3 after 3, and it's now a 3-point game courtesy of Chloe Collin. And then a foul, Shaylin Santo. I'm okay with that. That's a good foul. Don't allow the fast break. But Chloe Collin, I can't swear. Unbelievable. That's all I'll say. They should have that. They should, on Sirius XM, they should have like play-by-play where you can curse. Not on the regular radio or TV, but a specialty channel. I'll be pretty good at that. There's Anaya Fletcher, 2024. Misses, and here comes Orangeville with a chance to tie. Keep letting 21 shoot. Take it. Colin had an open look. Thought maybe she'd draw defender and attack. Tivers. And Anaya no good. This is Anaya Lawrence, excuse me. We got two Anayas out there. Don't forget, stick around. Men's action coming up at 7 p.m. Orangeville Prep national team versus Hodan, which used to be known as Vaughan Secondary. Corrigal, kick out. Madigan doesn't drop for her. And Santo in there fighting for it. Possession arrow. Who's gonna? It's gonna be Bond. So 3-point game. Credit to Greg Firth and his ladies for not just going away quietly. Halftime adjustments, key, and then a turnover. So Sewell just ran out of bounds. And so Chloe Collin will finally take a break as Woodward comes in, and the bench showing Chloe some love, rightfully so. McMaster to Santo, good ball movement. Madigan in the corner, swish! Fiona Madigan has tied the ball game with a corner three. 54 apiece. Game on. Jassy, they need her back. Gets her own rebound, and finally, so someone's listening to me. They foul Jassy. She was just getting too easy of a look every time in the first half, and now they're making her work for it. .121 to go. Jassy. Hits both free throws cleanly. Puts Bond out in front by 2. Corrigal as the shot clock expiring, and it drops. Isla Corrigal. Youngster finally chipping in, ties the ball game at 56. Ball kicking around. Woodward comes away with it, and then just tosses it out of bounds. 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Vibe in the gym picking up. Pretty good crowd. Usually happens when we have the double headers. Jassy. Shot clock at 5 for Remratan. The Tivers doesn't drop. And it gets back to Stafford. Stolen. Orangeville has got a 2-on-0 break. Isla Corrigan gives Orangeville the lead, believe it or not. 58-56, my goodness. They've come all the way back. Now hold a 2-point lead. 22 seconds to go. Remratan for 3. Misses. Fighting for it. Possession arrow will favor Orangeville. Wow. So if you're Bond, how do you deal? You know, they've kind of had a bit of a shot to the jaw here in this third quarter. They were cruising. They were the one delivering all the punches in the first half. And now Orangeville comes back with a stunner. And almost, you know, you can see the legs of Bond wobbling. Corey Gale, and one! Isla Gale. Wow. So Corey Gale's three-point shooting in the first half not going for her. She's now attacking the hoop. Back-to-back hoops for the youngster. So Mitchell, Isla joined the team a little late. Converts the three-point play. And Orangeville with their largest lead of the game. 8 seconds left. Can Bond get one before half? Ramratan gets it over half to Goss. 2-1 puts it up. And off the top of the backboard. So believe it or not, at the end of three, Orangeville now leads 61-56. We got a good one, folks. Appreciate you tuning in here on the Orangeville Prep YouTube stream. Don't forget, click subscribe, that red button, stay up to date on all things Orangeville Prep. They got also, nonstop games going on here now between here, and they've got the bubble out in the back where a lot of the junior games happen. And it's the main gym here at the Athlete Institute. Fieldhouse right on Highway 9, just east of Highway 10, a few minutes away from downtown Orangeville. About 90 minutes from downtown Toronto. I just have to take a Kleenex break. Nose is starting to run. That I took some Benadryl before I went on air, hoping my nose wouldn't run too much. I think it's starting to wear off, maybe. Well, don't forget, drop me a follow on my Instagram, undrafted_FA. Always post highlights and some clips from the games I call. Getting down into the nitty-gritty here in OSBA action. Christmas break coming up, and then OSBA championships looming in March. Most of these teams, obviously, all sorts of holiday tournaments cooking, so I don't think the ladies will be out of action for too long. I can't even keep track of who's playing where and what. I know every team's in 9 different leagues. I just try to focus on the games I call, and if there's a game in Scarborough, I'll go watch. Went to go watch the Orangeville men against Royal Crown get waxed the other night. They were down by 31, I think, at the end of 3, and I left. It was a bit of a lifeless performance, unlike this from the Orangeville ladies. Cora Gale can't get the lay-in. Collin, and she cannot miss. Chloe Collin on fire. She's torching Bond. It should be 67-56. They haven't changed the in scoreboard. Why haven't they changed the scoreboard? Stolen. Jassy finally cools off. I'm just trying to text over to the scoreboard. So Bond pressing, which they did well in the first quarter, which was causing havoc for Orangeville, got away from it. McMaster just can't keep a handle on it. And luckily, still going to be Orangeville ball. Well, I've texted. I thought it was 67 after that 3. McMaster, easy lay-in. Makes it 66. 10-point lead. So they were down, 13-14 at the half. Now Orangeville in front by 10. That's got to be a travel. It is, yeah. Good call, referee. So I think Bond needs a timeout here. The wheels are falling off. They look gassed. You can see even the ladies are starting to kind of get a little chippy with each other. And their bench has gone silent, which I mentioned a few months ago, Jesus. A few minutes ago. I'm not thinking well. I'm brain dead. I'm playing hurt. I'm under the weather. Orangeville, get it over. Chateau. She recognizes, gets it to Madigan, but the pass just too hot. And she says, my bad, yeah. I would have liked to see Fiona maybe take that shot. Madigan thought about it to Colin. Colin is just on some sort of heater right now. And is it a foul? They're not saying it's a shooting foul, though. It's a hold on Anaya Lawrence. Shot clock at 14. Lots of time for Orangeville to get one off. Shot clock at 5. Put it up. Madigan, oh, blocked. Nicely done by Jassy. Using all 6'3" of that frame, wide open lay-in. Kimura Stafford. Definitely needed for Bond to stop the bleeding a little. I don't know why they've gotten away from that press. They got 10 ladies on the bench. Orangeville was having a nightmare trying to get out of it in the first quarter. White ball still, Orangeville ball. And they've gotten away with it. Now they're sitting back, and they got Chloe Collin on an all-timer right now. Well, we got a timeout on the floor. Gatorade time. Well, thanks for tuning in here on the Orangeville Prep YouTube stream. Always appreciate you guys listening. Doubleheader action tonight, which for years that we always had at least 2 games, sometimes 3 games a night. When they had the Orangeville Prep team and then Athlete Institute Red and Athlete Institute Black. 2 games I don't mind doing. 3 you get a little zonked after. I've done like 6 games in one day. Gets a bit monotonous after a while, but better than not doing them at all, right? Well, appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll give a plug. I still have my golf radio show. It's called This Week in Golf. The final episode of 2023 airs tonight at 7 p.m. on Saga 960 AM. And you can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, all the usual. Fun doing the golf. I also do the play-by-play for Live Golf on Saga 960, as well as Canadian Premier League Soccer for Fox Sports. And Chloe Collin, finally, she's been hitting from 3 and misses an easy lay-in from 2 feet. And clever play by Corrigal. Threw that off one of the Bond defenders, and it's still going to be Orangeville ball. Corrigal weaving to Collin, and she can't miss. Chloe Collin, 3 after 3 after 3. Wow. And what an outlet pass. Yeah, that's an Aya Fletcher. Can't get that to go. So the way Chloe Collin is one of the best shooting performances I've ever seen in this gym. In 7 years of doing these Orangeville games, she can't miss. It's like the old NBA Jam video game. Once you get to that, He's heating up, and you can't miss. That's the kind of heater Chloe Collins on right now. Well, Fletcher hit that free throw. Fletcher at 20-24. Hits 1 of 2. And then comes away with that loose ball. And then, how's it a foul? Looks like a good block by McMaster. They're calling a foul. And Fletcher, as you were, let's do this again. Well, I always criticize teams in the OSBA when I don't see them practice free throws pregame, and then they can't hit free throws in the game. Bond, the entire team was doing free throws in the pregame, so shout out to them and their coaching staff. Fundamentals. I never see teams practice passing the ball to each other or practice free throws. Keep letting 21 shoot. Chateau to Corrigal. She had a wide open lane. Step back jumper. Isla Corrigal. Corrigal showing what all the hype's about here in the second half. A lot of people excited about her in the Orangeville program. You had a wide open look, take that. And either way, Fletcher again, fouled by McMaster. 11-point lead. It's crazy. I was thinking, when Orangeville was trailing by about 13 or so, late in that second quarter, you thought, well, geez, let's just hope they keep this interesting. Because it was looking like it might have been a blowout for Bond. And how the tables have turned. That's the beauty of basketball. It can turn the snap of a finger. Corrigal showing her handle. Leaves it for Firth. Kick out Corrigal, take it. She does. Isla Corrigal, swish. For 3, Orangeville with their largest lead of the game at 14. Wow. Fletcher. Needed. The response from Bond. So if you're Bond, they got to find a way to get Megan Jassy back involved. 22 in the first half. She got about 4 or 5 here in the second half. A nice little lay-in. Katie Firth piling it on Orangeville. The true sign of a good coach is what halftime adjustments they make. Orangeville getting hammered in the first half. Come out, here they are now doing the hammering in the second half. So tip of the cap to Greg Firth and the coaching job he's done here tonight. And also, I didn't hear any screaming as well. It's coaching the players, not berating them or belittling them. I went to the washroom at half, which is the Orangeville dressing room right next door. Now, I know it's fairly soundproof, but I didn't hear any screaming, none of that. Instruction. I'm all for coaching players hard, but there's a time and place for the screaming. If my guy Charles Hantomakis is listening, he's going to be like, shut it, Chris. Charles, of course, the head coach of Fort Erie, which is, to me, the best men's team in the country this year. They were up here last week or so, and Charles was tearing his boys a new something at halftime against the Orangeville Prep provincial team, and they came out at half. And let's just say they got the message from Charles and ended up with a big-time win over the Orangeville provincial boys. Actually, the boys played well, the Orangeville guys, against that dominant team. Fort Erie's got like 10 Division I players. Jassy misses on the baseline jumper. But 17's got to keep shooting for Bond if they're going to chip away at this lead. Oh, Corrigal, you got to be kidding me. Just nasty. Little hezzy move, then blows by, and the ice cream scoop, and it drops Isla Corrigal. Well, she couldn't hit the broadside of a barn in the first half, and now on fire here in the second half. It's Orangeville and Collin. Collin. McMaster. No good. Ramertan comes away with it for Bond. Oh, lovely outlet pass to Jassy. Euro step and a good foul by Collin. I'm all right with that. We'll put Jassy on the free throw line. Well, heck of a pass by Sierra to get it to Jassy. Jassy with a Euro step, but fouled and shoot a couple free throws. Hit both last time. 1 for 1 right now. Two for 2. Lead at 14. Firth to Chateau. Orangeville. Orangeville, a true point guard. Firth. And Collin, shot clock was winding down, puts it up, finally misses. It didn't come out of her hand clean. And Jassy a long two, doesn't go. Stafford in there, possession arrow will favor Orangeville. No, it's going to be Bond ball. I don't know why they have the possession arrow. Well, Stafford will inbound. Orangeville tying her shoes. And tripped up. Woodward is going to get called with that foul on Stafford. So is she in the bonus? Are we there yet? We are. So Stafford. Stafford, a really long guard. Listed at 5'11" or 6 foot or so, but long arms, plays much bigger than her height. That one drops for her. Every free throw important for Bond with just over 4 minutes left. 2 for 2 for Stafford. But you see my guy David Popa, number 13 there from Hodan, walk by your screen. This dude, you could argue he's the best shooter in the country. He's certainly in the top 3 from three-point range. The dude is lethal. We'll stick around after. That's stolen by Goss. Puts it ahead to Fletcher, who runs it down. And Megan Jassy, easy lay-in. Bond not going away now. Lead back to just a 10. So, you know, you're Orangeville, you're in that, what do? Do you work clock or do you just keep doing what your offense is? Hey, Orangeville says, I'm going to keep shooting. And it's raining threes here in the second half for the Orangeville Prep ladies. What a performance. Unbelievable. Well, Chloe Collin just needs to send one video to university coaches for a recruiting tape, and that's tonight's game. Just on the second half. Watch me. Here's Collin right now. So Woodward. And Chloe's fouled. Well, I've never seen a team so out of sorts in the first half come out in the second half so rejuvenated and with confidence. Man, Colin has been hitting every three going. Free throws didn't drop for her. Goss gets it over half. Inside to Jassy. Orangeville double, triple teaming her now. Shot clock at 5. Stafford can't get the roll. Orangeville comes away with it. Chateau. Goss, and well done. Kalia Goss steals it from Chateau and then throws it off her leg. And now a big-time turnover for Bond. So 2:28 to go. So Bond, I want to see them press here. They got to get back to that press that they did in the first quarter. They have to create turnovers here, because Orangeville can just work clock every time they get possession. Here's Sewell. Tipping around. Who's coming away with it? Finally, Orangeville does. Madigan. Back and forth they go. Madigan comes away with it. Regroup Orangeville, reset. Corrigal thought about the three and drives and it drops. Isla Corrigal. Well, what a second half she's had as well. And timeout on the floor for Bond. And that, look, especially at the Trillium level for OSBA, a lot of times it's kind of one lady just shooting. It's got to be a balanced attack. It's got to be a couple different ladies chipping in tonight. We're seeing it. Chloe Collin obviously on fire. And then Corrigal picks it up in the fourth quarter. Raining threes for the Orangeville ladies. Goss off the glass, no good. Collin comes away with it and she's fouled. Well, if you're Bond, you can lament what should have been. They should have came out of this with a W. They had Orangeville on the ropes and just couldn't knock them out. So if you're Orangeville now, no quick shots whenever you get possession. Work that shot clock all the way down to about 3 seconds left before you take your shot. Also, no unnecessary fouls on the defensive end. Don't let that game clock stop and allow them to get free throws. Let them shoot. If they make shots, good for them. Just don't let the clock stop. Don't forget, coming up next, men's action starting at about 7 p.m. Orangeville Prep National Squad, just their second home game in OSBA play so far this year. We're 6 days from Christmas. Sorry, 5 days from, 6. I'm looking at my phone now. And I've only seen them play once in this gym. Again, half the team wasn't playing when I did that game. When I went to go watch them play Royal Crown, I didn't call the game last year. Just went to go watch. Half the team not playing. You got Johan Munch, who's gone home for Christmas early. Corrigal to Firth. Katie stumbles. Gets it up to Colin. If you're Orangeville, it's all right. Work that shot clock. Work it. Goss knocks it out of bounds. 6 seconds left. So now Orangeville's got to hurry. Well, turnover. Again, no fouls if you're Orangeville. Jassy. Good job on the defensive end by Colin not to foul Jassy. Well done. Work the clock. And Orangeville doesn't even need to shoot at this point. Firth dribbled that off her foot. Stafford scoops it up. Jassy, and it goes. So a timeout on the floor for Bond. Well, they got to press, they got to steal. It's not likely, but it's certainly not impossible. Who was it I was watching? Vermont on the men's side of NCAA a couple weeks ago. It was like 3 seconds left. They were down 5 and won the game. Never say never. Chateau, McMaster. Orangeville can just keep handing this ball off. Get it down to 2 or 3 seconds. Firth to Chateau. Possession arrow still favors Orangeville. 5 seconds left on the shot clock anyways. I'll try to get in here. Got to get Chloe on camera here. Put it up. McMaster. And it's going to be a turnover because it didn't hit rim. NBD, as they'd say. If you're Orangeville, still leading 13. Using millennial text lingo in my play-by-play now. That's what it's come to. Impressive stuff from Orangeville here in the second half. You got to love that. A team that doesn't quit. If you're Bond, I don't think they did anything particularly wrong. Megan Jassy kind of cooled off a little bit in the second half, but they played well. It was just they ran into two ladies on an all-timer, and Chloe Collin couldn't miss for a stretch there. And then Ayla Corrigale in the fourth quarter, equally as impressive. Crazy stuff. This is one of the most fun games I've done up here in many years. So appreciate the entertainment. Worth the drive to Orangeville for that. Instead of watching that Raptors nonsense, painfully below average. Not much of a Raptors fan. People don't realize. So the Raptors didn't come into existence until I was 19 years old. So I didn't grow up being a Raptors fan. I was a Knicks fan and then became a Laker fan during the Kobe Shaq days. Of course, I support Toronto, but not like some others out there because not necessarily a part of my youth growing up. Put it up. Bond just messing around with it at this point. You can't do this when you're down 13 with this, you know. Good D. Ball hits rim. Bouncing around. And a hold foul, but all for naught. 2.9 to go. And Orangeville is going to get that W. Well, I'll give a golf clap for the performance of Orangeville tonight. Impressive stuff. I believe now. You know, wonder, mentioned off the top, Avery Miller out for next few weeks, one of their key performers, and then a lot of these other ladies just stepping up. And Orangeville Prep. 83-71, you can hear what it means to them. Parents giving them a standing O, and well-deserved. Well, player of the game, not even close. Chloe Collin, outstanding, just ridiculous. And Cora Gale, hey, not far behind. And of course, Megan Jassy, impressive for Bond. Well, I'm Chris McKee. Appreciate you tuning in. Stick around. In about half an hour, Orangeville Prep men's squad will take on Hodan. Until then, as far as the women's families, everyone up in North Bay, all across Canada watching, McMaster family out in Alberta watching. Happy holidays, and we'll see you all in the new year.